Parasites are so creepy.
But surely as nature's creatures, they deserve love too, right? So I know it was around here somewhere.
So a few months back, we were out on a dog walk, and in this very spot right behind us, we came across one of the creepiest things we have ever found. Oh, that definitely looks like it belongs in someone's intestines.
Yuki found a parasite. It was just minding its own business, crossing the road.
Oh, there's definitely a chicken joke somewhere in there.
Thoroughly grossed out. We decided to get out of there pretty quickly.
But back at the house, we couldn't stop thinking about it.
So we decided to research it.
What started out as a journey to simply identify this creepy worm on the road quickly turned into a deep dive into the wild world of parasites.
Fun fact, when we think of habitats, we often think of forests, grasslands, wetlands, lakes, or deserts. But did you know that in many cases, a parasite's habitat is actually their host?
So who was the habitat of the parasite Yuki found crossing the road?
Well, for that, we're gonna have to go back in time and find out. Be warned, it is a little gross. But if you stick around, you're gonna learn some pretty cool things about parasites, and you might see them a little differently.
In the past we go.
Time travel. Okay, so we came back home. We decided to research this very, very strange worm that we found on the road earlier today.
Very creepy looking.
So it turns out it is a horsehair worm. Back in the day, people actually thought that horsehair, when it dropped in the water, would turn into these weird, weird worms.
People thought it was wizardry.
Augie is pretty convinced that we are going to find it because it can't be very fast. So we're gonna keep a lookout on the road because we're getting close. So I assume we're all familiar with predators.
Such as wolves and foxes.
And prey.
Like deer and mice.
Predators kill their prey in order to eat.
It's not their fault. They were born that way.
A parasite's prey is called a host. And while they do take nutrients from their host in order to eat, they do it really slowly, usually without killing them.
Oh, I got one.
Hey?
Who's responsible for kicking the parasite out of the party? The host! Get it? Wait, where are you going?
Okay, so I know it was around here somewhere.
Oh, right there.
Oh, you got it? Cool.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Wait, I'm gonna turn the camera around. So some examples of parasites that you might know include head lice, ticks, leeches, and even tapeworms. But in the animal kingdom, there are even some more bizarre examples. For instance, there's a parasite that affects the minds of mice, making them less afraid and even walk straight up to cats. And that's because this parasite has to finish its life cycle in the intestines of a cat. Wow, can't believe we actually found it. It has not gotten very far.
Let's try to look at the face.
Yeah, but first, I want to see if there's any way we can get how long it is. No. It is not going to untangle itself.
Oh, or what about that parasite that replaces the fish's tongue?
Oh yeah, it sucks the fish's tongue dry until the fish's tongue falls off. And then it just attaches itself to where the tongue used to be.
So it's like it attacks the tongue and then becomes the tongue?
Yeah.
So creepy.
So a lot of people actually worry that it will infect their pets. However, there is nothing to fear. They are not attracted to our pets or to our plants or to us as humans. These really long but very skinny little guys actually grow entirely in the intestines of large insects like crickets or grasshoppers, cicadas, or even praying mantis.
So it sounds like the world might be better off without parasites, right?
Well, it turns out maybe not. Apparently, nearly half of all creatures on Earth are actually parasites.
So it might not be that easy to get rid of them all.
Without them, some animals would get overpopulated, which is never a good thing for local ecosystems. Parasites play an important role in keeping ecosystems and habitats balanced. They are also known as the Gordian knot worm, or the Gordian worm, and this is because, like in the mythology, they will tie themselves into knots.
Yeah, now that they're in a little ball like that, I could totally see how that could fit inside of an insect.
Yeah.
They will exhibit some kind of mind control technique where they will lead the insects to jump into the water directly and basically drown.
And the reason they do this is because these worms need to lay their eggs in the water. And so by driving their host insect into the water, they are able to emerge and lay their thousands and thousands of eggs. So creepy.
We see owls, foxes, coyotes, and think, wow, so beautiful, but we never think that about parasites.
That's true. Parasites fill us with a disgust so primal, it's like it's built into the very fabric of our beings.
We should probably have a think on if it's really fair to hate things that are slimy or gross and different from us. Right, Yuke? So why did the Gordian worm cross the road? Because the chicken ate all the crickets. So it sounds like parasites,
Yeah, try again. First.
like wolves and foxes. Sorry,
No,
wolves. Wolves.
Take interruption. Yuki sees a threat. Yuki, we're running out of battery. Come here. Yeah, say bye to that Gordian worm.
I like Gordian worm.